All right, y'all. So we own Legends Productions. Now, this is the guy who does the shot charts for Flight. He's done a shot chart for Cash before as well. So we got 2026 June Flights 1v1 record stats and shot chart chaotic. We just gonna get into the video, man. Let's go.
What's good, YouTube? Today I'm back with another video, and today we got the annual June Flight video. Believe it or not, it's been 6 years since this tradition began, so shout out to you guys for supporting every single time. Like always, I'll be breaking down June Flight's game on both sides of the ball, his 1v1 record, his stats, and the anticipated shot chart. Then at the end of the video, I'll compare this June Flight to the past versions to see if he really got better. The stats in this video will have you rethinking life, so without further ado, let's get into it. Offensively, Fly showed glimpses of what his potential could look like. He was way more confident attacking the rim and continued playing off 2 feet. This helped him develop a nice up and under and a nice spin move, which gave him an advantage over smaller opponents. Flight also loved this in and out move to the right side and had a nice floater at the rim. If that wasn't available, Flight liked doing this crossover into a reverse layup. He did this with either hand, which is pretty impressive. There were even a couple times where Flight muscled his way to the rim, but he needs to improve his touch.
And he has to keep doing this. Look at this. He loved to brag about these 200 push-ups a day that he claimed he does.
There were even a couple
Look,
times where Flight muscled his way to the
you should be doing that every time, bro.
rim, but he needs to improve his touch. Throughout the month of June, Fly missed way too many open layups, which is inexcusable for someone who's 6'3". He also threw up a lot of prayers and hit straight backboard. If Fly can just be more in control and lay the ball up softer, he will save way more energy instead of chasing the ball around.
You just gotta have a soft touch, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Flight also needs to get better at handling the ball. Guys like Cash were easily able to rip him, so Flight has to learn how to counter. That way he doesn't have to force so many shots or be so predictable. Now, when it came to his 3-point shooting, Flight was extremely inconsistent. I mean, he could go from making back-to-back logo threes to doing this. Fly was looking like Lakers Russell Westbrook out there, but it all came down to his shooting mechanics. There were many times where Fly didn't follow through and came back to the Cobra looking form that Cash was talking about. His shots barely had any rotation, resulting in a bunch of airballs. Out of the 8 games this June, Fly shot 3 or more airballs 4 separate times. That averages to nearly 3 per game, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh, bro. Wait, hold on. He got an airball chart, 2026 June Flight. So Rondo, this is the game that they played 2 out of 3 games and Rondo won. So he had 4 airballs in that game. He had 3 airballs against Jeremiah, 1 airball, Pika, 1 Max, Juco legend, homie. Oh my gosh. The fake XD1 Hooper, he had 5 airballs. That game, that was a horrible performance, I ain't gonna lie. It was a whole lot of bricks being shot. And Cash game 1 and 2. Yeah, okay.
Balls 4 separate
2 and
times.
3.
That averages to nearly 3 per game, which is crazy. You cannot win games with these types of percentages, which is why Fly needs to develop a mid-range. Instead of trying to look like Kobe out there, Fly should work on actually getting an elbow jumper. That way he can build himself up to the 3 and be more efficient. Lastly, Fly needs to learn how to close out games. Out of every June he's played in, this was the month where he had the most winnable games. Instead, Fly tried to go for the highlight and shoot half-court 3s. It's a big reason why his 3-point percentage was really bad this month, so hopefully Flight can improve his basketball IQ. He just needs to be more composed and make better reads. There's no shot clock in any of these 1v1s, so there's no reason to rush anything. That's where his stamina comes in, which has always been Flight's biggest issue. According to Flight, the gym he mostly played in this June had no AC, so that might explain why he crashed out this bad.
And he actually broke some too.
Maybe it's time to get rid of that dub pack for a month so we can get Fly to stop taking 30-second timeouts. Fly just ran out of energy way too early in some games, so hopefully he can keep working on this. Now let's talk about Fly's defense. Throughout this month, Fly did a decent job contesting shots. He
He
had his
did.
fair share of blocks and kept his hands up when he had the stamina. It's a big reason why he was able to win against Itzpika, but that's about it. Time and time again, Fly continues to struggle with his lateral defense. Although he has the height advantage, smaller guards easily blew by him off the dribble. We saw Plaqueboy Max do this way too many times, and it could easily be avoided if Fly stayed low on his feet. We might have also gotten a preview of Hack React, so hopefully that doesn't become a habit. Now with all that being said, let's talk about June Fly's 1v1 record and stats from this year. In June of 2026, Fly played a total of 8 1v1 games, and I'm going to count all of them. This includes the 1v1 against Jeff since that game was played for June.
Look.
By the way, I also counted the game against Drede, who's the quote-unquote Juco legend homie, despite only playing to 7. With that in mind, Fly had a record of
Dang, he actually counted this game? That's crazy.
Juco legend homie despite only playing to 7. With that in mind, Fly had a record of 2-6 with his losses coming against Genki Rondo, Jeremiah from Love Island, Plaqueboy Max, Jeff who was the quote-unquote XD1 hooper, and Cash Nasty 2 separate times. His worst game stat-wise was easily against Jeff. In that game, Fly shot a disgraceful 15% from the field and 0% from 3 as he shot 5 of 33 from the field and 0 of 18 from 3.
This is horrible, bro. Stay away from the 3-pointer, bro. This was a horrible performance, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
To go even further in this game, he also hit straight backboard 8 different times and had 5 air balls. Maybe Fly should have kept this one in the vault. Anyways, Fly did win 2 games, beating Itzpika and Drede. His best game stat-wise was against Itzpika on June 9th of 2026. In that game, Fly shot 29% from the field and 8% from 3. Not a good sign if this is your best game in a win. Now, if you want to see the rest of the stats from the other games, it is on the screen right now. And
L. Field goals made 11, 8, 12. Damn, 46, 43, 41, 35. There's so many attempts, bro. You can't make you can't make this up.
feel free to pause the video if you want to see it. Anyways, to conclude this section of the video, Fly had a June record of 2-6, and when you combine this with his all-time record, Fly is now 27 and 134.
Nah, this is terrible. This is terrible. Bro, FTC in his videos, he always be saying that he don't want to take advice from, you know what I'm saying, random people, and you have to be D1 or, you know what I'm saying, at that level. You might need to start taking advice from people, bro. Because with a record like this, bro, this is insane, bro. You don't even have 30 wins, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Compared to last year, Fly was 24 and 128, but I went ahead and added the extra win against Dabu, the one from July last year, but there's still a lot more.
Wait. 27 and 134, okay.
134. Compared to last year, Fly was
last year 24 and 128.
24 and 128, but I went ahead and added the extra win against Dabu, the one from July last year, but there's still a lot.
Bro, y'all gotta realize this record right here, this will never be positive. This will never be positive. This is gonna stay negative within the next decades to come, bro. Like, this record is diabolical, bro.
134. Compared to last year, Fly was 24 and 128, but I went ahead and added the extra win against Dabu, the one from July last year, but there's still a lot more work for that record to be positive. Now let's talk about June Fly's 1v1 stats from this year. In the 8 games that I researched, Flight attempted a total of 269 shots from the field and made 59 of them, which results in a 22 total field goal percentage. From 3, Flight attempted 122 shots but only made 11 of them, which results in a 9 3-point field goal percentage. Now let's take a look at June Flight's shot chart from
Oh,
2026. These
boy, look at all that red. Bro, look at your picture up here. Oh my god, bro. Dude, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You made 11 threes around the 3-point line. The rest is just bricks. Look at all this red, bro. This is, bro, no hot zones whatsoever beyond the arc, bro. This is insane, bro.
took me a lot of time to put together, so let's dive into it. As you see, Flight was mostly efficient in this left block and even some of the right block. I know there is some red X's as well, but here's where Flight had his best finishes. However, he turned into playoff Julius Randle when it came to his threes. You can see how many deep shots Flight attempted, but he barely made any of them. And last but not least, Flight still struggled with his corner shots. This used to be one of Flight's best spots at one point, but he hasn't been able to capitalize these past 2 Junes. Hopefully Flight can develop that mid-range shot one day so he can finally improve his shooting percentage. Now with that being said, let's compare this June Flight to 2025 first. As you see, Flight's field goal percentage went down by 9% and his 3-point percentage went down by 11%. Flight did shoot 157 more shots this year, but there was still a huge decrease in the numbers.
Just by, because both of these are bad, but just by looking at both of these alone, 2025 was better than 26.
Shoot 157 more shots this year, but there was still a huge decrease in the numbers. Now in comparison to the other years, this stands out as the most inefficient June. 2021 does have a worse field goal percentage, but the 9% from 3 this year really killed him. If Flight only shot a bit better, he could have been up there with 2022 and 2020. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and 2025 remains as the most efficient June. And that pretty much concludes this video. Now we know how 2026 June Flight performed in comparison to previous years. His touch around the ring got better, but his threes cost him a bunch of winnable games. Fly finished this June averaging 9 points per game while shooting 22% from the field and 9% from 3. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on June Flight this year? What overall will you give him? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.
Hey, man. Excuse me. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, yo, so we just gonna go ahead and end the video off right here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end the video off on this just one thing. Like Legends just said, what overall are y'all giving FTC? Let me know.